Yo, what up? What up? This is Ash from Talk Shit. Fucking coming back at it again with Manny Fresh because
Yay,
KFT got
yay.
into some trouble and shit, so he couldn't be on today. He
Exactly.
apologizes.
We answer no questions when it comes to that subject. We can neither tell the truth nor lie
Yeah,
on the whereabouts of KFT at this moment.
yeah. I don't know
So
where the fuck
we're
he's at.
just gonna go ahead and bypass that. And
I,
Shout out KFT.
oh yeah,
I'm here
man.
with Wicked Wood, man. Wicked Wood's in the house.
Whoop, whoop.
Wicked fucking Wood. What's up, ninjas?
What up, y'all?
Shit, man. This we've been talking for a while and shit. We finally fucking made it happen. You know what I mean? My bad
For
about that.
real.
It's just we've been busy as fuck over here too. You know.
I feel it. I feel it.
And of course I've been seeing your shit too, man. You guys been pretty busy yourself, right?
Steady. Yeah. Very, very, very good year for us. We're coming off of just beautiful, man. Everything we can't ask for more right now.
Yeah, because
That's awesome.
you did the
That's
gathering,
awesome.
right?
Yeah, we did main stage at the gathering, first day one.
All right.
It was fucking the craziest experience of our lives.
Good.
Like,
Yeah, how was that shit?
amazing.
A dream come true.
Yes.
At the gathering of dreams.
Yes.
Honestly, because I'm sure you guys were juggalos growing up and shit, right? All right.
I've been down since I was 10 years old, man. So I'm 32, and for this to happen, you know what I mean? Shout out to Psychopathic, shout out to Rob, for making this happen for us in such a big way. Like, we're really blessed in this game to be where we are, and to see, the people that we grew up raised by, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bro.
Let us in, and the reception of the Juggalos at the gathering, you know what I mean? Just the way, the love, man, like it was beautiful. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, man. Because I want you to kind of explain, because you know what I'm saying. Like I would like to know how that feels as being a fan to being at the fucking main stage. You know, looking out at the ninjas. You know what I'm saying? And
It was the ride up, man. Like, we got the honor of doing a couple dates on the Shaggy solo shows and the Violent J solo shows, and back in 2016, 2016,
It was right.
it was 2017. All right, so it was 2017, and we got the opportunity, and just building up, the DCG cons, the OKC gathering, the second stage the year before, like growing that gradually.
Yeah, every year it was like a step up. Like we're doing a.
fuck yeah,
And to
bro.
be working, you know what I mean? To be, it's such a dream come true. Like, I'm at a loss for words for it, really.
That's awesome, man. And then especially that first day, it being Juggalo Day, because it was the Gathering of Dreams. And so the Juggalos themselves nominated you guys to be on that stage, that main
We
stage.
hit up Rob, and we were like, "Yo, do we got to get nominated?" And he was like, "Nah." He was like,
That's awesome. That's
Damn.
awesome,
Yeah.
man.
real shit.
Yeah.
We had some people that were definitely messaging, but we were discouraging people from like over blasting them, or you know what I mean? We didn't want to bother anybody. We were just like, Rob's a busy man, leave him alone. Like we were like, yo, jump steady, we're good. And he was like, yeah, like it was fucking legit.
Cool.
That's
cool, man.
He's looked us out so many times. We were just talking about this the other day. He's changed the whole trajectory for us. You know what I mean? Like, really has. And
we love him.
It's the whole team, man. Like, we have nothing but love for Psychopathic, and it's amazing. We have nothing but love for the Juggalos. We are you know what I mean? Like, we're right there. We're in the shit. So like, we see it, and for this to be an opportunity that presented itself, like, we were in there fucking hustling like a motherfucker every day. We got in there. As soon as we got in there, we were fucking firing up fucking the tilt-a-whirls, the fucking all the fucking every single porta potty in that motherfucker. We knew what it was. We brought the fucking 15-foot Wickedwood Yeti on stage with us, the fucking banners, the whole nine. Like, for us to like, we were originally gonna do fire, and Jumpsteady calls me. He's like, "Yo, you got to call Licking County Fire Department and get this approved if you're gonna do this during the daytime." And I was like, we called, and they were like, "You have to have this, and this." It was too much, so we weren't able to do it. But we literally wanted to give it everything we had, and like the confetti poppers weren't popping, but the people in the fucking crowds are fucking blasting them. People in the Ferris wheel chanting the fucking shit. Like, it was so wild.
Damn.
It was so good.
One
of the greatest moments of my life. It's like my child is born, main stage The Gathering. I don't know which one's on top, but
they're pretty close. They're pretty close.
They're pretty close.
They're pretty fucking close. Yeah.
Yo,
no, once you check it out, I'm gonna tell you why, guys. Because Ash didn't make it to the beginning part. He didn't get there till later on in the first day. But he did make it. He drove solo all the way from fucking Oklahoma, bro.
Holy shit!
Ohio. He drove solo to hook up with me and KFT and our other homeboy, and it was just awesome, man, because they were able to come in a couple days earlier. That's how we did the Pelcast, and that's how me and KFT were on the Pelcast with Shaggy and Keegan and stuff, and we were talking about, and we were going to be there and stuff like that. And like, a lot of people were looking out for us for the podcast thing, but that had already got like filled up within the first hour that it was open. That so many people were trying to get their podcast. So we did the same thing as you guys, man. We had some free shirts. We just chilled off to the side. People started coming up, Manny Fresh and KFT and Ash, what's up, baby? In the picture, be like, man, can we get this? Be like, you want a shirt? They're like, yes. Yeah. Well, you got to get a chop. Yeah. They were like, I'll take a chop for a shirt. I'll take a chop for a shirt. So it was cool. So we knew about the hustle too, man. And that's mad respect for you guys, because you guys soaked it in, but you also ran with it. Unlike a lot of other people that got the opportunity, but they sort of, I'd say sort of dropped the ball, because the Gathering is so overwhelming. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much going on, so much to do, and everybody's trying to be cool with so many different people that it's like you sort of forget it's a proving ground to, it's like a launch pad to launch yourself. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of people don't put like the two and two together, and you guys did, which was great, man. You guys had a game plan going into it, and like I says, man, I give you guys total props for that, bro. I mean, and of course, man, I know the boys, the clowns, would be happy to hear that you were on such a grind. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the shit that they used to do back in the day. They fucking go hit a town up and flyer fucking everything they could flyer, right, just to try to get as many people as possible to come in. And whether it's a signing, a meet and greet, or a concert, you gotta be your own street team, because you can have somebody as your street team, but nobody can do it like you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
We're all business too until the show's over.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
That's
like,
awesome.
Straight the fuck up. Like, we took that behind the paint, bro, and we were like, Kinko's, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, straight the fuck up. Like, real shit. That's like, we work in a print shop.
Oh shit, really?
Oh shit.
Real shit. That's what we do. Outside of Wickedwood, we are at a print shop. So it's like, we're able to like orchestrate such a, you know what I mean? We ship stuff out. So it's just, it works. It works so good for us. And we would start off with our shows in North Carolina, and nobody knew who the fuck we were. This is back in 2013, 2012. And we just flyered the entire town. If people would rip the flyers down, we go back up, we put more up, and then eventually they would stop, taking the flyers down. You know what I mean? But we would sell out venues that way. And so that was just our hustle. That's always been what we do. And then on top of that, it's like with the gathering, especially being, you know, same place 2 years in a row, you know what I mean? It was like the repeat of it. And we realized we had a game plan from the time we got off second stage to the time that we were on main stage. We literally, that's all we were doing was like, we're gonna make this work. We knew what to improve on, and we knew what we wanted to do next year.
We were already eyeing it up before the whole Gathering of Dreams thing even came up. Like that was the goal. Was like we want to get that main stage.
And who knew it was going to be the next year? We're like we're like Rachel Paul came over and she was like, I was like, yo, but what about main stage next year? And she was like, you never know. The next year fucking happened. So it was just
fuck yeah, man.
It's we got there almost like 4 or 5 days early. Like we were there early. we pulled up, we got an RV this year. We were ready. And like we from the moment we were there to the end of the gathering, we didn't stop. And
besides us like playing on the main stage, best gathering ever. Like that was just such a good fucking gathering. Like it was, all of the stuff with us aside, like doing the show, like it was such a good gathering besides. Like it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, beautiful. I agree.
It really was, man. I mean, I even though I had to work at night, you know what I'm saying? We get there
pulling it down in the movie tent. We saw you up there a couple times. Our boy Snyder said he was like, yo, Manny was looking for you guys. He like something, and I was like, yo, where is he at? He was like, the movie tent. And then I think we were riding around on the golf cart throughout the night, but like I think the next morning we were supposed to come up there and we didn't go up there because we were fucking sleeping.
No, we were still fucked up.
No, we might have been fucked up.
I mean, but off the record.
Off the record. But dude, like, yo, shout out to you, Manny. Like you be killing shit. Dude. Like we love you, man. We love everyone. Like I've been doing my research, you know, watching the podcast and just like taking it all in, man. It's fucking, you guys are doing a fucking hell of a job over there.
Okay,
like, for real.
You, man. Means a lot, guys.
No, seriously, that's the shit that, you know, you're checking our shit out, you know, that's fucking fresh as fuck.
Dude, it's fire. You guys are doing such a fucking great job, dude. I love all the fucking guests and shit. Like, I'm gonna like start from the beginning and just like go through so I'm like caught up.
No, hell yeah, man.
You know what I
mean? There's good shit in them, man. Like, you know, I mean, even because before this, we used to just do phone interviews, audio. You know what I mean?
That's the shit. That's the shit. I like. We've been doing phone call interviews. I mean, even Replicon Radio, they still do the phone technique, and I'm like, it just takes me back a little bit because they're not doing video yet. But like
they should, man. They should change because they were trying to convince me, let's just do video. And I was like, nah, fuck that. I don't want to show my face on the net and shit, whatever. And finally, we just had to do it to you know, get better and shit. And it's worked out a lot better, man. I'm telling you.
It's dope.
Seeing like the guests, seeing what Manny, like, look at Manny's face right now. That shit's fucking, you know what I'm saying?
I can't even see him right now. It's only showing me you, Ash.
Oh, it's because I'm talking all right, but
yeah.
There you
go. No. And in my background, I'm working still on my background. Everybody's talking about Manny Fresh's background and shit. So this time I put up the Joker poster from The Dark Knight. So I switched it up. But I'm trying to work on that. And then that's why we were telling people if they want to help out and do a donation, or if they want to hit a super like or whatever, until we can start going live and start doing super chats, which is coming within the next, what do we say? We said by May, right? Right. Ash? That's our goal, is by May to start going live at least once a week. And then this way we can get with the super chats and get more and more comfortable with, you know, more and more in touch with our fans. You know what I'm saying? But my question to you guys is, what first got you guys into the rap game?
You want to start?
All right. I used to do like I was in bands. Like I started making electronic music when I was like 16, and I got into this industrial band, and like that was my whole life for like 10 years, and it all fell apart. And I met this dude. He was a rapper. His name was Dice Game the Don. And like I started making music for him, and he was just trying to get me to rap. And it worked out pretty good. Like I had a natural. It was always my secret dream to be a rapper. You know what I mean? But it worked out. And I was making beats for him, and he got me to start rapping with him. And I just like what my band was. I just became like Gravebait was my band, and then I became Gravebait because I was like writing the music anyway. It was just people were playing my songs, but and I was into the whole Juggalo thing, but I was trying to like not associate it first because people are like, oh, he's a Juggalo rapper, but then all my fans ended up being like Juggalos anyway, so it worked out pretty fucking awesome. Yeah. I don't know, but yeah, it just I transitioned from I was a keyboardist and I did all the electronic stuff and the drums, and then
but that's rapping. A good way to start though, bro. That's a good way to start is start by learning the music, learning the engineer, learning the software. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers that don't know this software that's out there. Yeah. Me, when I sit back and I'm at the studio with the fellas and I'm just watching, I mean, bro, it's like fucking the Matrix to me, man. Just different numbers and shit. And I don't know how they're doing this, and they bring it this, and then they're able to delete this and bring this back and this and that. That software is a motherfucker, but it's badass. Like I love watching, like with Straight would do it. Who else? Fucking DJ Clay. You know what I'm saying? And
shout out DJ Clay.
But I take great pride in the musical aspect of it, like the beats, like the. It's not just the rapping for me, like the whole, like the song. It's, you know, I'm a musician at heart before I'm a rapper, but like, I'm, you know what I mean? Like it's, the whole of it. Like I love music. I just love music.
For me, my dad was in a Celtic band, so he started with that, and I would go to the studio with him. Like he would play bagpipes the whole nine, you know what I mean? And so I heard him doing the fucking, you know, going to the studio, and like as soon as they were done rehearsal, I would jump on the microphone and like be, you know, just messing with the keyboards and just like, you know what I mean? And it started like that. And at 10 years old, I was introduced to Insane Clown Posse. This is the 100% truth. And, you know, listen to NWA, you know, listen to all this different hip hop, like 90s hip hop, the, you know, the fundamentals of hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And between that and then seeing the clowns do it and then putting a face, finally, you know, taking, you know, I heard the song and then finally realizing they were fucking painted up clowns. Like, what is going on? You know what I mean? Like, because at first I had no idea. I just heard their music and I was like, this is fucking dope, you know? And for me to, you know, hear the way that they got down and then, you know, later going to listen to Tech Nine and the way he was, you know, hitting the syllables and just multiple, like, you know, lyricism, you know what I mean? And all these different influences, and then taking that and then being like, all right, how am I going to do this? And then started recording at 12 years old and sounded like Kids Bop rapping, you know, you know, like fucking Kids Bop of horrorcores with, you know, horrorcore's youngest type shit. Like people remember us still from like MySpace days and shit, you know?
Man, that's awesome.
Back in the day, you know what I'm saying? So, and I didn't know what I was doing back then, but you know, in 2006, I was like 16 years old. And got with Seventh Layer through a homie, Val the Black Mage, and they kind of did all the Philly shows, all the clown shows in Philly and shit. And you know, they later, needless to say, I was born in New Jersey. Okay, my bad. What I was saying is basically they showed me the recording process, and then, you know, finally got with Gravebait, you know, 2013, and grew up, you know, became a father and all this stuff, and really put my all into making this music shit. And that's when, you know, we put together Red Carpet Status in the matter of a year, and
I'm gonna say 9 months.
9 months. Yeah.
Wow.
And he did all the production, every single beat, and he wasn't even a member of Wickedwood at that point. We had a different member, and we've been through multiple members. But finally, when it's been me and Grave, and the years, of hustling and grinding, that's what really, brought out what we do.
Like the first show we did where I actually was like hyping him, and I had like I love Creep, I miss Creep, but like when we did that show, I felt like that's what
was the catapult for our success. And really what happened is, we had another member, and when we finally hit that launching pad, and this is even when Demo Jams was going on Psychopathic Radio, we were in that competition for like almost a whole year. It was like we were on the beginning of it, and then we kept on staying on it. We made it to semifinalist on that. Second place, yeah, second place on it. And finally, it was just like right at the end that we ended up not getting it, but it would have been like a main stage spot then, I think, or it was something. So it was playing at the Gathering or something. But like that success, and then leading into like getting the call from Jump Steady about DCG, and then a couple other ones. It was just like we're here, and then getting the opportunity to play How Wicked this year, fucking Prom Night Massacre. The first show when we came back from COVID, like
that was great.
I wish we would have got a chance to play in Jay's living room for the other Hell Wicked. That would have been even more crazy. But
we couldn't pull that.
Couldn't pull that off. We actually were offered that, but there was, it's
I just had the kid.
You just had a baby, yeah. So but such a crazy thing that's happened, man. Like I'm at a loss for words still. It's
awesome.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. Seriously, it's the shit.
It is. It is, man. It's seriously, it really, really is. I gotta apologize because I want to say I fucked up, because Manny Fresh usually fucks up, just like Jay be calling me out, Violent Jay be calling me out of the shit. Guys, I apologize. We didn't let you guys introduce yourselves. We just introduced Wickedwood. We didn't let you guys introduce your guys' selves. So please introduce yourself to the fans, please. I apologize.
I'm Grave Bait. I like long walks on the beach and seeing big boats.
Hell yeah.
And I'm Zach, aka Crazy Wickedwood, Dr. Wickedwood. But Crazy, yeah.
All right, awesome, man. Pleased to meet you guys, man. I apologize. We just started chopping it up right from the beginning, and I was
we gotta let the people know. We gotta let the people know.
Yeah, I was like, we did Wickedwood. We didn't let them say their names, man. I was like, and then of course Ash is just giving me the look. Ash is just giving me the look like Violent J used to give me like, man, you fucked up again, man. Fucked up, man.
It's all good though, man.
Oh shit!
On the other side of that, I see you on so much stuff. It's like I feel like I already know you, but this is the first time we've like actually conversed. But I watch you on like the live streams and stuff. We're like, yeah, man, you know what I mean? And it's like actually talking to you now. I feel like I've talked to you before, so it's weird.
Oh yeah,
you know what
I mean that's
real shit. I feel that.
I appreciate that, brother, man. I'm just all I can be is me, man. You know what I'm saying? And we met a ton of people at the Gathering. And there's still a ton of people that we've been trying to get on the show. It's just, man, there's only so many weeks in a month and within the year. And we, 2023, 22 was coming to an end. And then you guys dropped this fucking crazy ass single. And I'm like, bro. And that's what I told Ash. I says, bro, after Professor Steve, we got to get Wickedwood, man. We got to get Wickedwood. I said, these dudes are fucking talking about the Grinch's fingers, smoking the Grinch's fingers.
That's precious shit,
what the fuck, man? I was just like, that's crazy, man. And
we put that video in that.
We did that video in like 3
days.
The
remix was sent to us. So Androponics hooked up the remix on that, our producer, and he hooked us up with that remix within like 2 days of having the remix, we recorded the video, and
it was shot and edited within like literally 2.5 days after the one day it took them to do the song. We weren't going to do it this year, but like everything came together and we just did it. But like it was a song that existed, but like the remix, it's so good.
Yo, that
so good.
And just like Gotta Keep It Wicked featuring DJ Clay came together so good too. And then we had New Shit featuring Light. Like this whole year has been videos. We got more coming. That's the shit. And
we're about to
wreck the whole
We're about to rain fire.
Yeah, man, it was crazy because earlier tonight I was rolling with Shaggy 2 Dope, and I had some of the stuff going. I had some of the videos going, so I could do my homework. You know what I'm saying? Just to refreshen up, because I had listened to you guys before when we decided that we were going to be able to fit you into the schedule, and I was like, okay, now it's homework time, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta bump some of this guy's shit. So I'm bumping the shit, and then Shaggy's jumping in and out doing different things he's got to do tonight, and he's like, wait a minute, that sounds like Ouija. I said, it is Ouija. I said, and the dude from Mayday. And he was just like, he said, damn, they got Ouija. Okay, cool. And then next thing you know, came back in, and he said, damn, I reckon is that Clay scratching? And I said, yeah, they got Clay. They got DJ Clay doing the scratching. And he's like, oh, that's fucking badass, man. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, he jumped out, got back in later on, and then I'm bumping the one with Light, and he's like, they got Light on their shit too? And I said, yeah, bro. He's like, damn. He's like, that's what's up, man. They are down with the hatchet. He said, hell yeah, that's badass, man. And so he said, definitely tell you guys that. You know, so wanted to give you guys props for that.
We love Shaggy so much. We got to do 3 solo shows on the tour with him, and then we got to rock the float. Shout out to Tom Wood. The last day with him, and we got up on stage for Psychopathic Soldiers, and it was fucking, oh man, dude,
I couldn't get up.
Shout out Trey Pound too, like shout out the whole squad, like you already know, we love Shaggy so fucking much, dude. Like,
we did comedian club show, right? And like we got off the stage and the whole crowd is screaming. Shaggy's back there
doing meet and
he's doing meet and greet VIPs, right? And he was like, hold up. He's like, yo, y'all fucking killed it. And it was like, we're coming off the stage and people are screaming and he says that shit. And it was like,
because the whole crowd's going, Wicked Wood, bitch. The chant we do as we get off stage, we always get the whole spot to go Wicked Wood, bitch, Wicked Wood, bitch. And like, we're coming up and you could still hear them. And we walk out and we're not expecting to see Shaggy, you know what I mean? And Shaggy's just chilling right there and fucking stops his meet and greet and he's like, y'all killed something like
God. He was like, y'all are amazing. He said something. It was
very
really positive,
and it changed our whole shit, because we're like, that was the night we recorded the Ouija shit. Right off that show, we recorded it upstairs at the venue. Like, us and Trey Pound snuck back up there to fucking smoke some weed, and we were like, let's see how fucking Trey Pound looks at us. He's like, let's see how far our juggler powers.
But they're kicking everybody out the building. We're just walking right back in, and we're just like, what?
But it's these memories, man. This is what's done it for us. Like, we hold it so, like, we know what we have, and we know what we have to offer, and we know that we don't deserve any of it. You know what I mean? But like at the same time, like, we're here and we're for good. You know what I mean? We have we
live for this shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's never an ill intention ever from us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're there for love. We're there for support. We're there not to step on anybody's toes. We're there because this is home. You know what I mean?
And put on a good show.
Yeah, real shit.
That's what the fuck is up, man. I like all that shit you just said. You know, it's all positivity, but you can't say that you don't deserve that, bro. You're working your ass off.
We worked really hard for it. Yes,
and I know what you mean. You're being humble and shit, but don't do that to yourself, bro, because it'll fuck with you.
I feel it.
I feel it. But it almost feels like it's too good to be true sometimes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
we walked into to record the Gotta Keep It Wicked video, and we're sitting there chopping it up with Rude Boy and Carlito and Bob Rocks. Shout out Bob Rocks too, Rocks TV, the whole squad. But like we're watching fucking Rudy and Carlito cut wrestling promos. And fucking dude, it was such a like I'm sitting there just like a fly on the wall, just like this is the shit. Like even when Rudy brought us out to the barrio, like everything, man. Like it's I met Rude Boy when I was fucking 14 years old at Philly Comic Con down when he was running merch for, we're not gonna get into that, but he was down there, and I met him with braces on my face. I got a picture with Rude Boy. Rude Boy hooked me up with the fucking the old school Dark Lotus football jersey, John, and like it's just like a crazy experience to go from that to this now, and to like they see us. From
hearing a song being like, wow, this is great, and then becoming like so like absorbed in this culture, and then like it's,
and everybody knows where we're going, and it's not, you know, we're not going away. We're a staple in this shit now. You know, like it feels right, and you know, we'll be at the gatherings with or without playing. No matter what.
Check this out real quick, bro. Check this out real quick. Before we started, this is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? This is props to you. Before we started, this is no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? My homie was calling me, and I swiped the shit off because, you know, we're about to start. Like, before you guys got on and shit.
Yeah.
And I text him, hey, my bad. I'm about to record, you know, hit you up later. He's like, all right, cool. And I told him we're about to have Wicked Wood. This is what he said. Bro, we were just talking about him.
Real shit.
Yeah, him and his homies. Some DJ, I don't know if you know him, but I forgot the DJ's name, my bad. But they were just asking about you and shit. Like, they didn't know that you were going to be on or nothing.
No shit.
So they're just talking about you, bro.
Whoever it is, we love them.
We love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude,
yeah.
It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think the march did a lot, too, for us. Like, not that the march in itself was such a beautiful event, but, like, to go to the march right after OKC, and like OKC, we played right after the Wraith Shangri-La set, right after Trey Pound that night. Yeah, Chop Shop went on right before us. And I think it was like, but the way that the stages were all set up, it was like a third stage. Like, were you at the OKC gathering? Because you're out in Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, I went. That's where I met Manny.
Yeah, real shit. That's dope. So like we ended up playing that, and we like kind of like, it wasn't as many people as you would think, because the way that was separated, there was like a whole bridge you had to go all the way across.
Like a quarter-mile walk.
It was
where it was just so spread the fuck out.
Big.
So like everybody's done partying at Shangri-La, and eventually by the end of our set, there's more people. They started circulating, pulling up with golf carts and shit like that. But like when we first started, we were like maybe to like 100 people, like maybe 75. You know what I mean? Like very little. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the set, we kind of were like, we're here, you know what I mean? But then when we went to the march after, it was right.
Yeah, everybody knew
who the fuck we were. And we were like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this is real. This is real. Somewhere between playing these shows in North Carolina and then coming out and doing this, it changed our whole shit. And it's crazy. It's really,
it's the family, bro. To be honest with you, I started out, like it says, a lot of people don't, there was somebody that made a post recently on Facebook or whatever, and they was like, have I been living under a rock or whatever, but who is Manny Fresh? And then a lot of people started chiming in, and they were like, yeah, but who is he? They was like, bro, that's Alcatraz 187. They were like, he wrestled for JC Dub for a while. And they were like, oh, and then they were like, that's how I think he got hooked up with the Clowns. And then it just took off from there. And it was funny because I had met the boys a couple years before through Rude Boy. and me and Rude Boy we're still we're still game tight. You know what I'm saying? I support him on his journey, whatever he's doing right now. And the same thing, we've been trying to set up an interview with him and Carlito. But anyways, so that's how it took off. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, I didn't know that it was the same guy," and this and that. And they was like, "Bro, did you ever watch the Patrons?" The Patreons and this and that, and then on the Twitch, and they were like, "That's Manny Fresh." They were like, "Oh, that's Manny Fresh," and they were like, "Yeah," and it's just when the family takes a liking to you, they spread the word, man, like wildfire, brother. I mean, so I guarantee you that that's how the word of you guys got out was these guys aren't bullshitting. They take the shit serious. They rock the stage, even though there was only so many people at first, more people, because you got to remember, if you guys were on that late, JCW was on right after the main stage.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, we were competing.
So
I think that's what I think that was one of our main issues, and they were doing it right there. So it was like
we were further away, so get people over to that.
Once the 1,500 people left from the main stage from watching JC Dub, that's when other people started getting more people to their stage performances and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, and then of course a lot of people were just calling it night because they were partying all fucking day. You know what I'm saying?
Real shit.
The Clowns is done. A lot of people. It doesn't matter if you're after the Clowns. It's going to be a thing.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to go home, just go back to their home spot and party. Yeah.
Real shit.
That's mad cool, man.
That's the way it goes. It's just the way it is.
That's what I love. That's what I loved about our spot this year at the Gathering was that like we got to kick off the party in some way. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Like
yes.
Like there was.
It got done early, so we didn't have to be like anxious the whole time.
I will say I was anxious as fuck the entire time, dude. We went out there. First thing happens, I fucking knock my nose just a little bit. Fucking blood starts pouring. I'm rapping. And I've never rapped with a nosebleed before. Like, this never fucking happened. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had to fucking deal with it. And I'm, like, wearing all white and fucking... but it was, dude, it was... the energy from the crowd, like...
Shout out to everybody that thought that was a gimmick.
Yeah, really...
Yeah, real nosebleed.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
You be doing that sometimes. It happens.
It gets dried out. But, real shit. I don't even know what we were just talking about now. Now I'm like...
You're talking about the main stage.
Yeah, main stage, dude. It was beautiful, man.
This interview is dope because it's very different than a lot of interviews. A lot of them will kind of turn in the same direction, but this is dope because we've talked about very different shit than we usually talk about.
That's what we do, bro. It's not really an interview. It's more of we're just hanging out. We're talking.
Yeah, I love it. I'm digging this very much.
Yeah, because you know what I was gonna tell you. Zach, you said you have a kid, right?
Yes, I got
five. You got a fucking baseball team.
You got five, bro?
Crazy.
Crazy.
I was trying to talk. Zach's not here right now.
No, but I'm trying to talk to the person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got 5 kids?
Yeah. So two are not biologically mine, but they're all my kids, man. They're all mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love them all.
All right,
and
that's mad love, bro.
Yes.
How old is your oldest?
My oldest is 13.
Oh shit.
And my youngest is less than a month-old. Yeah.
Hey.
So
wow,
we just had the baby. Yes.
Congratulations, man.
Yes, thank you. Ryan Graves.
Yeah, this goes to Grave too, though. Something that nobody taught me and shit. You know what I mean? Because I have 3 kids and 2 of them are older already, and something that nobody teaches you is that you will forever, bro, miss your babies. You know what I mean? Because my kid's big, and last night I had a dream of me kicking it with my son when he was little. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
big feels. Big feels. That baby stage is like the most like.
Yeah, man. So you can enjoy that shit, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you will always miss that. Just remember that. Remember, I told you. That shit.
Once they hit that toddler stage, they're terrorists. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I feel that 100%, man. My little girl is just getting past the toddler stage, and she's she's amazing. She's like,
Fuck yeah, man.
she's terrible at the same time. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but I love it, man. Like my whole life, I was like, man, I wanted the whole family thing. I didn't think it was ever going to happen, and then it just kind of happened. So it's really cool that it did.
Good shit. Kids are awesome. Wicked Wood's for the
That's
kids.
awesome.
Wicked Wood is for the children.
That's cool, man. That's cool. I do got a question regarding that. What's up with I don't know if you what you call them. Is it the Yeti? Is
The
it
Yeti, yes.
Abominable Snowman?
Yo. So the Yeti has been a thing since I guess 2017. 2017 was the year. 17?
2017 and 2022. like
Yeah. But we started off, it was like we had 4 Yeti suits.
We got gifted these Yeti suits, and that was like,
we got gifted these Yeti suits, and we like literally just put the homies at a show in Greensboro, North Carolina, in the Yeti suits, and we're like, yo, just hype up the crowd for Wickedwood, you know what I mean? And it became a thing. It became a thing.
It's in the lore. I mean, it's got the woods. You got the
it's such a good, like, it's our mascot. You know what I mean? That's our shit. So I feel like we're one of the only underground groups that actually has like a mascot. There's
our homies Clockwork also have mascot. They got the alien John.
That's the shout out to Clockwork. But
they're the shit.
We have this whole mascot thing. And it's great for like videos. You got the Yeti like dancing and shit and just getting wild. Like the fucking when we were on DJ Clay's podcast and fucking Yeti what was Yeti doing?
Dancing around.
Yeah, shout out irrelevant to the Yeti thing. Shout out Matt from Rockasset, yo. But he's not the Yeti. He is the Yeti.
Oh, okay.
But he's not the Yeti.
You know what?
You got it takes a
there's
village.
multiple. Yeah, there's we got sometimes we got 2 Yetis, sometimes we got 3 Yetis. You never know what's gonna happen, but it was so dope. And then to bring out the fucking huge ass fucking 15-foot fucking
right
Yeti on fucking stage, and then like
shout out to Bumble.
Yeah, shout out to Bumble. But like it's just the whole thing with us, man. Like well worth the money that we spent on the fucking thing.
Yeah, that big Yeti.
Yeah, it was expensive. We had to do it.
There's only 250 of those that exist in 200. It's not even 250. It's 200. There's only 200 of those big Yetis that exist in the entire world,
and we had to find one as soon as possible.
We got one in like a month.
It took a while to get it, but
there's a bigger one, and there's even less of those, and we're gonna get that one day.
Eventually, we're gonna have multiple inflatable Yetis and multiple different colored Yetis. They're gonna be like tie-dyes and shit. You never know. There's so much to do with the Yeti lure.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, and it's such a good, it's so good for merchandising. People love, Yeti. Like Yeti merch sells like more than anything. Honestly, it shows.
It is funny, bro. To be honest with you, Shaggy Two Dope is the one, because I said, dude, I gotta ask him about this fucking Yeti deal. And Shaggy was like, maybe it's her mascot. And he fucking hit the nail right on the head.
Yeah, it's our mascot, dude. That's what
it came like a lot of things with our lore come from nothing. Like we got the whole vest thing, it just kind of happened. And it works. And it's so crazy that it's like
there's like something that the universe, something in the universe has created what Wickedwood is now. What we intended for Wickedwood to be is not what Wickedwood is.
Yeah,
it is this now. You know what I mean?
It came this.
Definitely,
fresh, man.
And so it's as funny as dad joke as it is. It snowballed into a fucking Yeti.
Yeah, man. Does he got a name?
What'd you say?
Does he got a name?
The Yeti is the Yeti. The Wickedwood Yeti.
The Yeti.
It's just
That's
the Yeti.
cool, man.
Yeah.
The Yeti. Fuck it. It's simple.
Yeah,
it's clear.
Like some Yetis get really hype about being the Yeti, so they'll put the name like I'm Alpha Yeti, I'm this, you know what I mean? But like shout out to Goofball for that one. But like it's like all our people have like there's been we've had Yetis that have passed away, you know what I mean? Shout out to Gypsy. Rest in peace. But like this has become a thing. Like we've had, you know, our boys put on this, you know, and it's just like they're a part of the event. It's kind of like I guess what, you know, when the clowns bring out the clown guys and you know what I mean, like the different shit, like it just adds to the show. Like the Yeti is popping confetti, and that rhymes, and I'm pretty sure there's a reason for it. There's a, you know what I'm saying, like it's like
exclusively eat spaghetti.
And we had like the Yeti sweat on second stage. We had like Yeti sweat, and it was like, you know, pouring fucking like water on the ground. It's just like fun.
Ice cold water on the crowd and the heat is like such a good idea.
Yeah,
that's a great idea.
We try to. It's like all to add to the party aspect of what we
pageantry.
Yeah. And it's putting on a show for people. People get excited if they're fucking drunk at a fucking club and a fucking Yeti comes out of nowhere and he's like, yo, come to the stage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it works.
We're just trying to do like the best that we can, like to put on like the Yeti. It's like a focal thing. Like it's like people see the Yeti and it's good.
It's good.
It's good.
I love it when we have like the Yeti on the podcast as well, like, and the Yeti's just chilling, doing nothing, but just like being fucking, you know what I mean? Like, we gotta get some more Yeti suits. That's the trick.
We're gonna upgrade our Yetis.
Yeah, we're going next level, fully custom Yetis now, and we're just anything we can do to improve what we already do, we're gonna do it. So,
dog, big merch idea, Yeti charms. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeti charm.
Yeah, you might have just did something right there. You might have just did something right there.
He definitely did something.
Right yeah. All right.
Yeti charms dropping in about 4 or 5 months, depending if I can contact my guy.
There you go, man. I'm telling you, man.
That's actually legit.
Yeah,
that's a legit idea.
Yeti charms was
you really did something. I'll be right back.
Hell yeah.
Real shit.
Yeah.
What you got, Ash?
No, yeah. Well, I was actually gonna bring up the merch sheet. Like, you guys made it so easy for yourselves to bring out shirts, hats, anything with the Yeti. Are you fucking crazy? There's so much you can do with it now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's just it's got such a, you know, and we try to keep merch designs fresh for people. We always like, we did like, you know, the Wicked Backwoods logo and shit, right. And with the fucking neck of the woods design and shit. But we keep a constant, you know, when you come to our merch booth, there's gonna be multiple shirts. You're gonna have different things to choose from. We got posters, we got the whole everything, man. We really try to be as professional as possible. We, you know, even if it's at the expense of ourselves, you know what I mean? We're there to make sure that shit pops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like playing first because like we go early. He set the tone.
You set the tone. We weren't talking about anything about that.
I don't know.
Exactly. I mean, it's just like wrestling, bro. Just like pro wrestling. You know, everybody talks about curtain jerking, but you don't realize that you're setting the tone for the fucking show. You know what I'm saying? You're the first performers that these people are seeing, and if you don't fucking light that fire, then they're just gonna be like, "Oh man, I'm gonna go. I'll come back later for the main event.
I'm gonna go smoke a cigarette."
Exactly. Yeah, or something else. You know what I mean? And then we'll be like, "We'll be back." You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, damn. But when they set it off, they're like, fuck, we're in our chair. We ain't moving, man. This shit is good.
Real shit.
We're staying to wait to the main event. So then the main event got to take it to that next level, because then otherwise they look shitty. You know what I mean? Like, we've been blessed, man. We've had Sabu on our show. We've interviewed Sabu. We've interviewed Psychosis from WCW, and where's he at now? EML?
Yeah.
Or
CMLL.
There you go. That's where he's at down there in Mexico. And he said he was doing some stuff here in the States.
What about fucking Jackson, bro? Jackson was the shit, remember?
Oh yeah, Michael Jackson. The Michael Jackson guy that Santana Jackson. That wrestled for JC Dub at this last at the Gathering the Dreams.
Yeah, he was.
But nothing was as fire as colors in Spanish in the movie tent.
Yo,
I played
I
colors,
saw that
bro.
on your page too. I saw.
I swear to God, bro. I go to play colors. I hit play on the computer, and then there's like probably like 15 other people in there in the movie chat with me, and we're all looking at each other, and they're speaking Spanish, and I'm like, well, maybe it's just the beginning of the movie. Maybe it's just the beginning of the movie. And then it goes on for like 5 minutes, and there's no subtitles, there's no nothing. It's just it was downloaded in Spanish the whole
Yo,
movie. So
you
I was
made some
like,
people's night that were tripping balls, though. I bet you. Yo, they were like, yo,
Yeah, man.
why do I understand every word now? Like,
it
you
was
know,
crazy, bro.
that's
So then
so
I was
lit.
like, look, man, I said, there's two other choices. We can watch this movie again, or we can watch this movie. And they were like, let's just watch the first movie that they played earlier that day. And right now, I can't remember what movie it was. It slips my mind, but that whatever that was, that was the one that they wanted to watch, and it was so funny. So then the next day, I had told Jump Steady, we were talking, and he was like, "How did everything go?" I said, "It was good." I says, "Until Colors came on." He said, "Why? What was wrong? Did they, did somebody not like the movie?" Or so then I had explained to him what had happened, and he was like, "Are you serious?" I said, "Yeah, bro. It was all in Spanish." He was like, "Oh shit, I didn't know that, man." He said, "Next time I gotta check the flash drive before, man." He's like, "Cause somebody else had downloaded the movies for him." And it was just crazy, man. Oh,
That's
it was
funny as shit. We
funny.
worked
Yeah.
at we worked for Jump Steady at the first DCG con, right? So
DCG.
both DCG cons we worked and volunteered to help out. And we were running the movie tent. You ran the movie tent. No, you did the video game. He did the video game tent, the second one. But the first one, we were in charge of the first 2 days, or I think first day and Sunday of DCG Con. The movie tent.
Creep had split shit.
But yo, they didn't have a flash drive with the shit. It was like a tote with a bunch of DVDs and probably all Rob's personal fucking collection and fucking so, and I'm like, I noticed, I was like, this is probably like somebody's real shit. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm being extra careful with the fucking shits. And I remember like they were like, in between shit, you need to play the fucking music video, fucking like the psychopathic unreleased, not unreleased, but the fucking music video DVDs, right?
Yeah.
So like I go and I'm playing it, and I remember it was just like, this is my first time working for Psychopathic, like as like, like official. I came in early, you know what I mean? They like, it was dope. And like I'm chilling there, and I put on the DVD with the music videos, and fucking Boondocks Red Mist comes on, and somebody runs in there like, no, I'm not. It was funny though,
Yeah.
but somebody, I don't know who it was, but somebody came in there and immediately turned that fucking shit off and was like,
Oh,
all right.
yeah.
I was like, that's what it says to do. I don't know what to,
Exactly.
And then I get told from Rob, because it's at the fucking where the
Gibraltar Trade Center.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. So we're in there, and Rob, like, when Rob pitched me the idea, he was like, "Do you want to do this, or do you want to do like a tournament? Do you like want to do poker? Do you want to do that?" And I was like, "Give me the movie tent. I'll just sit there and smoke weed." And he was like, "Yeah, that's what we pretty much think it's gonna be the weed spot." So like everybody's like, "It's gonna be it's gonna be the weed spot."
Out there.
I hope Jump Steady don't get mad at me for saying this, but he was like, it's probably gonna be like the weed spot. So I'm like, okay. So like I'm sitting there, and I think one of the bands come in there, and they're like doing a whole fucking dab rig in the back of the shit. And like they're just like lighting up dabs, and I'm like, okay, it's cool. Jump Steady said it was cool. Like, I'm just gonna let people do what it do.
It's a fucking gathering.
Well, it wasn't the gathering. No, this is at DCG Con inside the trade center. It was kind of still the gathering, but it's still but it like people are doing what they're doing, and then like I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna roll up. So like I roll up like a big ass blunt, and I'm sitting there like trying to get this shit together. And as I'm doing it, fucking somebody from Psychopathic comes walking in, and they're like, "What's going on in here?" And I was, they're like trying to roll the fucking shit, and they're like, I was like, he was like, "You can't be doing that in here." And I was like, "Okay." And he was like, "Who's running this?" And then I was like, "I'm running it." And he was like, "You're running it and you're smoking?" And I was like, "I thought it was cool." Like you know what I mean? Like I was being very professional. However, I didn't realize. But then I found out that they were not very happy about that, and it wasn't. It was all good. It was all. I even said it to Rob. I was like, "Dude, I didn't know." You know what I mean? He was like, "You're good. You're good. Don't worry about it." He was like, they were tripping about it. I think they just weren't ready for juggalos, and the whole fucking parking lot was just full of juggalos, and everybody's smoking. You know what I mean? So it just becomes. But dude, it was such a. And then the second year, I watched the inflatable tent. Not inflatable, like
you're watching the fucking the slidey boys.
The slidey boys up at the front, and nobody ever came to relieve me. So I was like, waiting for like an extra hour, and I'm like, show's about to get started. I don't know what to do, and then it got shut down the next. Was it that day?
Yeah,
it was the first day.
It was so beautiful. That second DCG was so fucking great.
It was so great until it was shut down. But it still was. The carnival still provided, and it was still an amazing time no matter what.
It was good.
But cool, it's crazy to even think about these stories too, bro. Like, but what I was saying with the movie tent was like it was crazy because I like had to like get up. The DVD player was like up on the fucking projector on top of it, so you had to like get a chair, get up there, and fucking put it up. Fucking crazy. But it was fun. It was fun. I think it was just like one kid that was in there that like was complaining because he was there to watch like anime and just did it. Yeah.
Fuck that kid.
He was like super upset he couldn't watch.
Fuck your anime, bro. Fuck your
kid.
anime.
He was so excited for a free movie. Like it was probably like listed on a website where you could probably go see it on a projector, and he went to like something he had no idea. That's what I'm saying. You never know.
Fucking real quick, because we're running out of time and shit. You know what I mean? We could do this shit all night, but I know I could see. Look at this guy. He's got one eye open.
Yo, he always
got one eye open. That's my move.
But you guys give your like your social media and shit where people could get a hold of you, where to listen to you and shit, like buy your merch, all that shit, man. Drop that shit if you can.
Oh, you got wickedwood.com. You can kind of see it up there. Ooh, look at that. That works. Yeah. But wickedwood.com, you can pretty much find it. If you search Wickedwood without the C, if you don't spell it with the C, then Wickedwood is everywhere. Wickedwood Music Official on Instagram. We got the link tree and the bio and shit. So you can pretty much get to all our newer videos, and then Wickedwood on YouTube. Tons of videos. You're gonna find them everywhere. Spotify, all that good shit. Anywhere it's streaming, it's gonna be there.
Also stock us at the Woolworths.
What?
The Woolworths?
I don't know what you're saying.
The Woolworths. It's a place they existed.
Yeah, Woolworths. Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking
about.
He knows what you're talking about.
Woolworths. Yeah. I know
what you're talking about. You can find Wickedwood everywhere. New video for Icarus dropping pretty soon.
Yeah.
Cool. New album coming pretty soon.
New album coming soon.
Oh shit! Look at the spoilers just coming out.
Yeah,
that's what's up.
It's all going down.
Will I get my life together? No.
What the fuck? Hey man, but seriously, man, I really wish you guys the best. I could see how fucking you're real about this shit, and I think it's gonna work out for you. You guys keep doing the same shit. You're putting all that energy.
Thank you guys, for real. Yo,
you're gonna make it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be following you from now on. I'm gonna be bumping your shit. Showing love.
You already know. Yo, after the shit, we'll talk, and I'm gonna send you guys some shit so you guys get all Wickedwood the fuck out and shit with some merch drops and shit. So we'll get some shit.
You got anything, Manny?
Real quick. You guys talked about who you work with already, this and that. Real quick, on your next album or your next EP or something that you got coming up, who would you love to work with?
I mean, my dream feature is always going to be Insane Clown Posse. The clowns are like the top of the, and you know,
so
we're yeah, and that's like our main one. There's not I want to work with my homies on some shit. We did a lot, like this last album we had features from Ouija, Burns and Mayday, Light, Blase, fucking who else? DJ Clay, G on Clownvis. Like it was so stacked. You know what I mean? And
we went ahead with
I feel like I'm missing people, but
I think that was
the Project Born. Like everybody that we were like dreams come true on this shit. You know what I mean? And so if we can make more dreams come true, like of course, you know, Shaggy, Jay, like that would be insane. And you never know.
You never know, brother. You never know.
You never know.
Yeah,
it's just
never know, man.
It just if the cards play out the right way, we're always, you know, open to anything. And Legs Diamond. Yeah, he said Legs Diamond feature. Yeah, but we got some cool ones that we've been talking to a couple people, and I think those will be surprising.
We got some good stuff coming.
Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I suggest somebody for you, man. I don't know if you can get a hold of him, because he's like at the Gathering 17 or here in OKC. I finally got to meet him, bro. He's one of my favorite artists. I really think he's like one of the best singers I've ever heard in my life, bro. And I've been.
Are you talking about Sin from Zug Island?
Fuck yeah, bro. That's my.
That's our boy. Yo, shout out to Sin. We are gonna make that happen.
It's coming.
It's coming. That for sure. Man. Yo, you kind of took. If I wasn't gonna talk about just Strictly Clowns on that shit, we've been talking. So. We did a show with Sin at the same spot the Yetis were born at, was the show in 2017 at Shiners. And yo, shout out to Sin and Mike P for holding it down. Like there was such a beautiful show. Real quick before we go, I can give you this quick story. But fucking, we did this show with, and it was like one of their only shows besides the OKC Gathering that they played that year. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, Sin pulls up with Joy, and they're like kicking it with us. And I remember Sin was fucking having a good time. He was lit that night, and we're all just sitting there smoking and having a good fucking time. And he was like, I'm wearing my red face paint because at that point I was rocking face paint still. Yeah. And he was like, I want to put you in a pimp panda suit. And I was like, what? He was like, no, I'm gonna put you in a pimp panda suit. We're gonna make a music video. It was just like this crazy fucking talk, and was cool as shit. Was like they wanted to party with everyone, so they were like, yo, Wickedwood, like you're known here, people know who the fuck Wickedwood is, why don't y'all close out the night right after Zug Island? So literally Zug goes,
they went before us.
They're doing their sound check, they're doing the fucking homies riff for the fucking dude. It was fucking legit.
And hung out with us, dude.
Yo, they were chilling, and they like literally sat there, watched the whole performance. We're kicking beach balls up on stage with us, and they came up on stage. We did a big family chant. It was so fucking cool. But yo, we're gonna talk to. I believe Suicide can actually get a hold of him for us. I reached out to Joy recently, and we just got to figure it out. I know he's kind of hard to get a hold of. But we're gonna make that happen. I already have an idea for the song, everything. It's just got to go to fruition, and
that's right.
That would be so fresh. I love that you said that, Ash, for real, because that's real shit.
I got one to suggest too, that because I was listening to your different styles, and I think that you guys would mesh so well, is fucking Hex.
Hex all day.
I think if you guys hooked up with something with Hex. With the way you guys' style and your flows and his flows, he's able to switch it up.
He's doing like the whole West Coast Wicked shit already. Yeah. It's like, I feel that. Yeah. I feel that shit.
He's mad cool. He's cool as shit. He's one of our homeboys. We were blessed to interview him too, man. And seen him at the Palcast, the Pal of Wicked and all that, man. And it was just awesome, man. Like he's really a good, cool, down to earth guy, and he can rock it. He's been doing his thing. Ouija's mentoring him really well. And Ouija Mac, of course, is the shit. You already know that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but yeah, man, I definitely recommend that. You try to do something with Hex, but that's
That would
it
be
for
fresh.
me,
That would
man.
definitely be.
Like I says, man, all I ask is if you, the viewers, like this episode, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the share button, tell your
We
friends,
share this shit all over.
your cousins, tell everybody about them, tell them about Wicked Wood, and definitely listen to them. You know what I'm saying? Check them out, show them some love, because they've been showing us love from day one, and we're showing it right back to them. And that's about it, man.
All right, man. Wicked Wood for real, man. You got a new homeboy here. You know, well, three, because KFT here, but
we're all in this together. It's a big group hug right here.
Yes, sir, man.
We're all bringing it in.
All right, man.
Talks Hit is the shit, dude. All that.
Okay, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
We love you guys, man.
Love you.
All right, give a thumbs up if you know what's up, and give a thumbs down if you're down. Peace.
Talks Hit is a shit.